channel. So glad for some of you to follow. That's really exciting. I didn't realize that others that I follow also have YouTube channels. So thank you for following along and watching. So today I have my mother-in-law's birthday coming up in December, and I usually make homemade gifts or handmade gifts. So I'm doing like a little gift box, or actually I've got some beautiful little gift bags I've already got, and I will pop them all in together and make like a little package. So far you guys would have seen me following on Instagram. I've got this soap that I've handmade. I made the soap, just a basic soap, and in it I put the dried peppermint leaves from our garden that we grew in our garden. So it's all natural, and this soap's probably got 1 more week to cure. They're usually about 4 weeks to cure, but this one is about week 3 at the moment. So it'll be ready in time to gift. The other thing that I have been making, which some of you guys seen, this is my little handmade washcloth. So I have made this I've knitted it, and these are the ends. I've got to finish those up and made them nice and tidy. But I made these out of cotton, like a cotton, it looks like wool, but it's actually a cotton. And the local fabric place was having a sale on yarn last month, so they had 50% off. So I got some cotton. It was actually organic cotton yarn, and I made these little dishcloths. So these should get me through quite a fair bit of time, and I don't have to use those synthetic sponges. And then once it's all sort of, I'll just keep washing it in the washing machine, and then after so many uses, if it gets all manky and yuck, then I'll put it in the compost, and then it'll be composted away. So this will definitely save money, good for the environment, and also no synthetic nasty things in our washcloths. So I will give her one of those, the soap. The other thing I've got, which you can see over here, is my lavender didn't do so good this year, but I bought this from the farm that's locally, and they have all natural organic lavender. It's a beautiful purple when I first got it, but now I've let it dry out in this jar, and I will be using the lavender. And what I'm going to do is, I've got this leftover, it's like pink, it looks kind of white in this, but anyway, it's a pink silk fabric, and I've cut it to size. And what I'm going to do is make like a little sleep pillow. So basically I'll sew it up, I'll pop in the lavender from here, and then what you do is just put it under or like in your pillow slip, and hopefully it will make you sleep more soundly and, a bit more calm as well. So that's one thing I'm doing. The other thing I'm doing as well is I have got leftover white fabric as well. So these are all the fabric, scrap fabric that I've left over from other projects. And what I'm going to be making is like little produce bags. So when you go to a grocery store or even like the farmer's market, and they still have plastic bags, like some are transitioning now to paper bags again. But what I do is I make little produce bags, and then with a drawstring, and then what I do is pop my fruit and veggies in that, and then that reduces the single-use plastic as well. Okay, so I am going to, this is one cloth, and trying to get it in the frame here. So basically I am just going to, this cloth has one selvage edge, so I try to use the selvages, and so I don't have to overlock that edge. So then I'm just going to overlock all the raw edges first. Change. Okay, so I've overlocked all the edges now. Now I'm going to sew. So I fold it in half, and you can see how it's just one long piece. I fold it in half, and then I'm going to sew down one edge together and another edge together, and I'm going to leave the top open so we can place our produce in that section. Okay, so I have ironed the edges, but I've turned it back inside out because if you can see this edge here, where's the opening, I will fold that on itself. And let me just get a hold of this. So I fold it on itself, and you can see how it's made like a little lip on top. So you can see. Okay, so basically our little drawstring is going, or ribbon is going to go in that section there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this all the way around here, but I'm going to leave like a little, so it's like a little loop in here so I can thread through my ribbon. But when you sew it all the way around, leave a little section that is not sewed, because that's where we're going to insert the ribbon and it's going to come out, so you can easily pull it out and draw it close and open it up. So I've got my ribbon here. This is ribbon I already had because I have bits and bobs in my craft box that I use for different projects. So I'm using a contrasting ribbon to the white, just so it's easy to find, and also when in your shops you just want to quickly pull it close or open it up. So the only thing is, obviously, make sure with the ribbon that you measure enough that when the bag is open, you're going to have that like excess. Otherwise, the ribbon, which I've made a mistake before, the ribbon goes into the bag and you won't be able to find where it is. And it can be really awkward in the shop. So basically leave some slack longer than your actual bag when it's open. So measure that out. I'm just going to quickly cut that. Okay, so I have, you can see I've threaded it all the way through, and there is the ribbon come out, and we've got our slack and it's open. So we will not lose our ribbon in the bag. Okay, so just unclipped the safety pin, and I just literally tie a little knot on the end. I double tie it, and then we're pretty much done. That's it. So I found these bags really handy for even in the fridge storing my produce. I use a lot of glass containers and jars to store different things, but I found these are good because they breathe, unlike those plastic bags. Yes, they're single use and they're good for the environment, but also my produce, I find it doesn't sweat in these bags like sometimes those plastic bags do. So anyway, I trim that off. All right, and that's it. I'm done. So this is the silk fabric that I was talking about earlier, and to put the lavender in to make a little sleep pillow. So basically what I'm going to do first is overlock all the edges so they don't fray. Just iron my little pocket so it's nice and flat and straight, and then I've turned it inside out so you can see it's like the silky side of the silk, and I'm just going to fill it with the lavender now. So I'm literally just going to break these pieces off, crumble them, and oh, I just realized you can't see that, so I'll just pop it down. So then all these little pieces, I'm literally just going to fill my bag with. So I will continue doing that and show you when I'm okay. I'm back. So I've only put a little bit in because it's quite strong lavender. It smells amazing, like beautiful, beautiful. And when I crush it to get off the little lavender flowers, it smells amazing. But I only put a little bit in here because it's really strong. And then now I'm going to hand stitch the edge. Okay, so I finished stitching all the way along that edge and the bag's done. You can see the lavender swishing around in the bag. Of course, you can put anything in there. You don't have to put lavender. You can put dried rose petals, dried herbs. You can hang it in your closet. If you put a little ribbon on here, hang it on a hanger. You can put it in your drawers, put it in your linen closet. So you don't have to just put it under your pillow. You can put it anywhere. And of course, I finished all my gifts now, so I'll put them in a bag. And they're all homemade, locally sourced or homegrown, all the fabrics I had myself. And that's it. It didn't cost me really that much. It's not about the cost, it's the fact that I think that handmade gifts are, the person taking the time to make that gift, and it's really meaningful in that way. So thank you for following along.